Come on, go do it. Go, well, you have so much space. Let's see it.
No, because I hate it.
Don't peer pressure.
I hate everything about
peer
it.
Pressure.
I think it is so stupid.
Pressure.
High fly ball, right field deep. Canseco back to the track, looking up. It is off.
But it's called off. Cut off by Clement. Baseball hits the runner.
Wow, off the head.
Hit his head.
The ball hits over the head. Helmet.
Sosa to his left. Nice play. Spinner wall, but he throws it away. Hits the oh.
Welcome back to the Off the Dome podcast, episode 21. I am the best-looking co-host on the show, Kobe Van Nort, here joined today by Zev Black and Aaron Nemiroff. Guys, how are we doing today?
Well, I thought we were supposed to be telling the truth on this podcast. So
I heard nothing but the
Truth and
truth.
only the truth.
I guess I get outvoted. 2v1.
I think it's pretty consensus. Kobe, Aaron, Zev.
Kobe, Aaron, Zev. Okay, valid. If that's how you guys feel, I suppose. It's a good thing your opinion don't matter to me. Doing great, Kobe.
Yeah,
doing real good. Yeah, I'm having honestly a lot of energy today. Loved watching some baseball. Sox got the sweep. That always feels good.
There you go.
Just had an overall really, really good weekend. Yeah.
Good. Why?
Well, last night I had the privilege of covering my first Cardinals game. Had a lot of fun
St.
at
Louis?
that. Went out for preseason.
I can't believe you're covering
no,
the St. Louis
Arizona.
Cardinals. Oh.
No, Arizona. I live
Gotcha.
out here in Arizona, so.
Gotcha.
But we're a baseball
that
pod.
makes
St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, this is where it's kind of cool. Like, I like other sports too. It's not
Really?
just baseball. So maybe in the off season, keep an eye out for some other sports potentially on this pod. We'll
Cool.
see how that plays out. But yeah, had a great time. First time at an NFL locker room, press conference. Actually, first time at that stadium. So great experience overall.
Did you feel overwhelmed?
Like, not really, to be honest. I thought
Like, you're
I
just
would.
a small little guy, and there's just, like, a lot of football players are...
Dude,
huge,
these guys are huge.
Yeah.
They are massive individuals. I mean, I'm 5'7", 150, and I look up at them, and they're just towering over me.
That reminds me of a fun
It's really
story
crazy.
that Aaron had being in
Dude,
one
that
of the
thought
clubhouses in Arizona.
that came to my mind too. I was in a locker
Yeah.
room one time for the
Yeah.
Diamondbacks. 5,000 likes will tell that story.
I feel like that comes to your mind a lot.
The story.
Think
stays
about
in
that
my
moment
story.
often.
Time to time. I actually got
Well,
a
Aaron,
new
how's it
by
going?
the way. Hold on. I got a new little merch.
Oh, a little trinket.
A little merch. I guess Aaron's doing well.
Is he gonna, if he pulls out this Myles Garrett jersey again? Moreno. There he is.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
It's kinda cool.
Nice. Little
Yeah.
soccer jersey.
Little soccer
Thanks for
jersey.
sharing.
By the way.
You're welcome.
Oh, gotcha.
Totally not relevant to anything we were talking about. Just felt like showing it off, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
So what do
doing
we have in
great.
st- Oh,
He
yeah,
likes-
good. No, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing great.
Explain yourself.
Kind of. I'm actually a little bit anxious at the moment. We're in the first round of fantasy playoffs, which Kobe did not make. Zev and I made the
Womp
playoffs.
womp.
Kobe did not make it. But
Yeah,
we're in
say
the
it a
first
third time.
round.
I don't know if they understand. Just let them know.
Okay, if
I'm not
I
in the
wasn't
playoffs.
clear, Kobe is not in the playoffs. Zev got a bye, so
running
he's
for the
already in the
toilet bowl.
semis.
1 seed.
I'm anxious because the matchup ends today. Actually, we're in the last game of the day, Braves-Brewers, and every run is flipping the matchup back and forth. I am now officially in position to advance, but if William Contreras or Christian Yelich score a run, I'm out, and the $1,000 goes bye-bye. But even more importantly, the bragging rights. That this league
Yeah,
is
that is the
it's
most
sweaty.
important thing.
We're all close group. We've had it for a few years now. The bragging rights is, I need them. Need them. I'm also commissioner, so it's extra important. What do you got? What's he looking for?
Oh no, I need a baseball in my hand. I just felt like I needed something. I was playing with my
Same.
charger. Not very good. But the baseball.
All right,
That guy's
let's
name.
get into our topics. We've told enough about our lives.
Yeah, we got a fun show for you today, talking about some rotations in baseball, a couple would you rather questions, some hot takes, and stick around for Who Am I to close us out. But we're not there yet. This is not the ninth inning of our podcast. So the first topic we are talking about today is which team has the best number 3 and number 4 guys in the rotation. Obviously, having a deep rotation is wildly important if you want to win a World Series. So having those 3-4 really, really valuable to take you deep into October. Now, there are 2 caveats. Actually, really only 1 caveat. You can't say the Dodgers because I know these 2 fools would definitely just say the Dodgers. And we can't say the Red
everyone
Sox.
would.
You think that?
Everyone would.
I would say the Red Sox. I wouldn't. So 2 teams off limits.
I don't
Who
know
wants
what
to
would
kick
make you
us
think
off?
I'm just gonna automatically pick the Dodgers.
Because when you pick the Dodgers, yeah. Look who's behind. And who's behind you, Aaron? We got Kershaw and Ohtani. 2
I could be an
Dodgers
Angels fan.
pitchers.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't want that. Trust me, you wouldn't want that.
Well, I know who I want. I know what team I picked out. I did a little bit of
kick us
looking
off.
around. I really wanted to go with the Mariners. Like, that felt like too easy, though. It felt like a layup. And I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs. And I wanted to keep more playoff-oriented for this answer. So I went with the Yankees. Schiller and Fried seem like an obvious number 1 and 2, or you could put Cole instead of Fried, however you want to do it, but then you're left with a mix of Rodon, Cole, Fried, whatever those 2 end up being. I don't really know where you want to put them. Very solid 4-man rotation all around, like those 2. And weirdly enough, their back end of the bullpen, I know they always, feel like it's always, a thing. I don't know, the past 5 years, the Yankees have a terrible bullpen or can't really get it done in the 9th. They have, a really good bullpen ERA this season. They have some guys
they
in the
do.
back there who have been dominant. Granted, it helps that you have starters like this who are limiting their innings to an extent, but so I don't know. In pitching overall, that was more of just an overarching point why I think their pitching is going to be a problem come postseason time, but those 3 and 4, I think, very, very dominating.
Yeah, their bullpen's been sneaky good, and what's been so impressive about their pitching this season is that they've done it a lot without Cole, without Rodon, and Fried has been down for period of time as well, 2
Right.
separate stints on the IL, and the other guys that have been in there have kept the group together to allow for these guys to come back and be healthy. I do hate to say this, I also picked the Yankees.
Wow.
I didn't think
I
I,
did too, by
would,
the way,
but I was.
for the
You did
record.
too. Okay. I didn't think I would, but I was looking at it, I was like, okay, who could I really put above the Yankees? And there was just no other team that I thought, that deserved it. So, I guess because Aaron picked them as well, I will highlight another team. Although, this is kind of unfortunate because I don't really think they're going to make the playoffs either. But the Pittsburgh Pirates kind of have a deep rotation if you look at it and really, look under the hood. Skeens has been the ace this year, although he had a bit of a step back. Still really good. Ashcraft as the 2. Mitch Keller, Bubba Chandler, those guys have been really solid this year. Bubba Chandler, and I'm saying it's I don't know if this is the right answer, but he throws really hard. He's had some control issues, which is why his numbers are a little skewed, but the guy throws really hard, and maybe this is more of a future pick. So maybe next year, they'll have the best 3-4 in baseball. But if a team other than the Yankees that I wanted to mention, Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Going back to the Yankees, Garrett Cole's all-time playoff stats are unreal. 133 and a thirds innings with a 2.77 ERA, 156 strikeouts. He's won 11 games in his playoff history. And I don't know.
really good.
What do you guys think? Who are they rolling out? If they get into a position where they can line up the rotation however they please, I think Schiller's the 1. I think we agree on that. Is it Fried or Cole as the 2? Cole's been their guy, but Fried at this point in their careers is maybe slightly above him. But Cole has the playoff resume.
It's a good question, and ultimately, I agree that Schlittler should be the 1. I think he's a great pitcher and certainly deserves it, but knowing the way that Booney likes to manage, I would not be surprised if Cole is just rolled out there for game 1. He, like you said, has a great playoff, resume, and Boone is such a player's coach that he could just say, yeah, Cole, he's been our guy for years and years. He deserves to be the game 1 starter.
I could see.
I wouldn't
it
have
too.
an issue with it. I would disagree with it, but
Yeah. I considered my second option, I think, for this question. It wasn't really in contention. I was clearly going with the Yankees, but maybe the Phillies. I think Luzardo is
I thought
pretty
about it
good
too.
as a 3. Nola has just been so disappointing for a couple of
pretty
years
bad.
now. I think he's kind of lost his touch, but he's actually been pretty good in his playoff history as well. So Nola as your 4, he's going to eat innings. He's just a little sloppy here and there, but Luzardo has a chance to go out there and
Luzardo's
shove
great.
7 innings, 10 Ks. Like, he could be an ace. So the Phillies was maybe my other option, but I think the Yankees were kind of clearly they were, because all 3 of us went there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I thought about the Phillies too. I just couldn't. I feel like the 4 sinks them down so much that like it just made it tough to. I mean, even like the next guy up is Painter, and he has an ERA of 6 right now.
Yeah, no.
But there's another team that I kind of wanted to shed some light on. They don't have the flashiest names when you look at their 3 and 4, but they've been good, and that's the Rays. I don't really know who their 3 and 4 would be, but if you have Nick Martinez, Griffin Jacks, both are playing with ERAs to the tune of like 3.5, 3. Like they're just consistent guys. Now, do I trust them in a playoff series? Not necessarily. I don't know. There's still like I need to see more, but that's just something the Rays do good.
Yeah, actually,
and
Rasmussen might be one of those, because I think you got McClanahan,
if you
they're-
put
and
Freddie in front of him,
Peralta.
yeah.
I mean, they actually have a big group.
a really
I don't
good
really
rotation.
know what order they
Rasmussen
go in.
could be a number 1 starter right now. The way
Yeah.
he's pitching. Like,
He's
he
an
should be
ace
their
in this
number 1.
league.
Yeah.
He's an ace in this league for sure.
Uh,
But yeah, no, Rasmussen and McClanahan and Martinez and Freddie, that's as good as it gets in the league. I totally agree with that.
yeah. So
One
other
they're sneaky.
contender.
I think the biggest thing is playoff experience. I think that's where it's like still questionable. I got to see more. But yeah.
I mean, they've all
solid.
pitched in the postseason. They've all pitched there. McClanahan was on that 2020 team, right? Yeah, it had to
Was
have
he?
been. I imagine
Is
he
he healthy?
was.
It was Snell and Glass now were like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
guys.
he made his
Yeah,
he made his
21.
debut in the postseason.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, did he? Nick Martinez. I mean, he's been in the league forever.
He pitched 1
Yeah,
inning.
he has playoff. He only has been in the playoffs twice. As a relief pitcher with the Padres in 22.
I want to throw one other
So
team
again,
out
maybe I'm a
there.
little wrong.
Guardians, you got Gavin Williams and Messick as your 1-2, clearly. Bybee as a 3 is solid. They picked up
Yeah.
Foster Griffin at the deadline, who's been good this year. I don't know if I trust it, but maybe they deserve to be mentioned in this conversation. I actually like Bybee. He's kind of hit or miss start to start, but when he's on, he's pretty good.
Yeah, bringing up
Not
these
bad.
other
I mean, I'm
teams,
taking
maybe the
Bybee over
Pirates was pretty
Nola.
bad.
Yeah, I don't know
agree
about the
with that
Pirates. What do you say, Kobe?
I just said I'm taking Bybee over Nola.
Yeah. But I think Luzardo's
Yeah.
better than any of those guys.
Right.
What do you
Yeah.
guys think? What do you guys think for the Phillies if they were to go like that 4th game is kind of a bullpenny, mixy game with like
Well, I
Nola
talked about
pitches
their
3
bullpen last
innings?
week.
Yeah, well, this is kind of why I'm bringing this up. Like, Nola pitches like 3-4 innings, Painter pitches 3-4 innings, then they have bullpen for the final 2. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, you're throwing out a guy with a 5 ERA, then a guy with a 6 ERA, and then a bullpen who's like the 5th worst in baseball. It's like I don't know how that's any better. Just let one of those guys go.
It is pretty bad. I guess it's just like maybe you just don't want to let the pitcher go another time through the lineup, or as few times through the lineup as possible.
And obviously, there's research to show like teams do openers all the time. Like the research to show that like that second time around the lineup is a lot more dangerous. But
Yeah,
I
the
don't
third
know.
time's even worse.
if you're just not good, like I don't know if it really matters.
Yeah,
I would say
I guess
because
that's
of
true.
that Phillies bullpen being so untrustworthy, I would rather just throw the vet out Nola and see what he can give you and then go from there.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
general,
I'd want
I'm a
him
fan of
starting
these
it.
bullpen strategies and limiting how many times you see an order, but the Phillies don't seem like they're in a position to be able to go that route. So you just got to
No,
roll
you're
out
probably
Nola
right.
and hope he gives you his best.
Yeah.
You're probably right. All right, you guys got anything else for this?
No.
I think we covered it.
Alrighty, moving on to Would You Rather. I want to give you mine first. I think it's kind of fun here. So my
Okay.
question for you, and Kobe, this is actually going to be directed to you first. So get thinking
you.
here. Would you rather play your entire career for your favorite team, the Dodgers, but never make the playoffs, or win 5 championships with your least favorite team? So for starters,
rival.
who's the team you hate the most? Is it the Dodgers, the Padres?
Dodgers would be an
Dodgers.
It's not the Dodgers.
Giants, Padres.
It's probably the Giants, and I think that's just the biggest thing of living in NorCal. Like, it's just I've
Sure.
had that feud more so with fans more than anything. Like, as of the last 7 years, there really hasn't been much. But yeah, I feel like it would just be the Giants just because of how I grew up on them. To answer that question, though,
It's a good one, huh?
yeah.
Wait, what was it?
I
Win
would
5 World
say-
Series with the Giants?
Yeah. Are the Giants the team you hate the most too, Aaron?
Yeah, it's close between them and the Red Sox, but I would go Giants.
I would.
Are you
take the
serious?
Championships.
I am serious. I mean,
gosh.
the Giants are my least favorite team, but the Red Sox are second.
I would put the Stros
Rent-free,
second.
okay.
But I'm taking the championships.
You're taking championships.
As much
with
as I would
Los
hate to say it, like
Gigantes.
if I'm a Major League Baseball player and a team wants to invest in me, like I'll take it. And to be on a winning franchise, like yes, it would be amazing to be on the Dodgers. But if I wasn't gonna win anything, like I'm taking the chips. And I don't know. I think if I was a Major League Baseball player, I'd put my fandom down to the side. Like I have those talents. I don't.
Have you
really,
considered,
like, it doesn't mean as
though,
much to me.
Have you considered the fact that picking the Giants, now you have to live in the Bay for your career?
I don't have to.
The Bay is awesome, man.
He didn't even
Weird
mention whether
hate.
I'm a key contributor. Maybe I'm
Weird
making
hate.
millions of dollars and I could just live in LA and then fly down there in my private jet.
Aaron, you taking the same side with that?
Yeah, pretty much for the same reasons as Kobe. I like the investing point Kobe made. I mean, that team wants you. That's a good feeling. You don't know how many other offers you got on the table. I guess you have an offer to play for your favorite team and lose. I don't want that. And I don't want to do that to the Dodgers because maybe in my other
Yeah.
seasons where I'm not winning the World Series, the Dodgers are, and that's cool. So I'll take my 5 championships, make
cool.
some money. Maybe I'm a Hall of Famer at that point. You have 5 rings. That gets you pretty far. So you got to take it.
I think that Kobe would probably be a Hall of Famer. I feel like Kobe gives off like middle of the order, big time bat. Aaron,
Thank you.
You're just not. You're
I'm a
like the
defensive
ninth
sub
hitter.
at the end.
Yeah,
Like a Jared Dyson.
Gerard.
No, I'm not that
Dyson.
fast though.
Gerard. Dude.
Alex
Isn't it
Cole.
Gerard?
Alex Cole is my
Yeah, you're like
comp.
Alex
Gerard.
Cole or Hunter.
Yeah,
Fiducia.
that's good.
Fiducia.
I'm not a catcher.
Good comp.
Alex Cole.
You're
I'm an
right,
outfielder.
you're not a catcher. Cole.
what
I
would you
totally
do?
disagree with you guys.
I knew you were
There's
gonna
just no
disagree. Yeah, I knew you were gonna
There's no way I could ever play for the Yankees. I just couldn't
much of
do
a
it.
fan?
And it's pretty funny. Like on my talk recently, I've been seeing a lot of AI videos of like baseballs that are like come to life, and they're like dressed up in Red Sox
All
gear.
over.
Like the kid wants to play on the Yankees, and they're like, the dad's like, "You will never play for the New York Yankees. You will be kicked out of our family." And then he goes and plays for the Yankees. It's like the Cam Schlittler story. But yeah, no way I'll play for the Yankees. And dream come true to play for the Sox. 10-year career, we're pretty bad, and it is what it is.
Look,
fine,
back when I
playing that
played
Fenway
baseball
Park.
and I had big league aspirations, which didn't get far, but I did ask my dad that question. I said, would you still pull for me if I got drafted by the Giants? And he said, yes, I would. So that answer
nice.
kind of played a role. I
Hey,
was
if you
like
never got
thinking about
hurt,
that
though.
when I asked it.
If you never got hurt,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep. Shoulder injury.
True.
This never was the
Shoulder
same after
too.
that.
That's all of us.
Yeah. Anywho, I have my Would You Rather, which I think is
Anywho.
pretty interesting because it is 2 records that have never been done before. Would you rather throw 21 strikeouts in a game or hit 5 home runs in a game?
Ooh.
I like it.
I do like it. I would rather hit 5 home runs. I would
Hit
rather
5
hit
home
5 home
runs.
runs
Why?
in a game. I feel like the aura of you rounding the bases after 5 home runs, and especially that 5th one, since it's never been done before, that breaks the aura of you walking off the mound after your 21st. Especially if it's a home game, because everyone's going crazy. You're probably up big. If you're pitching and it's 21 strikeouts, probably means, or doesn't necessarily mean that it's a blowout. That could be a close game. Maybe you lose. But if you hit 5 home runs in a game, your team's winning, most definitely. So round of the bases after that 5th, everyone's cheering for you, chanting Zev, 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 Zev. Stepping on home, I go like this. And everyone's like, yeah!
I don't think
helmets
it's
to my
any
teammates.
more of a guarantee you win that game as the 21 strikeout game. In both scenarios, you're most likely winning the game, but you could have 5 solo shots and lose the game easily.
Yeah, but what are the odds it's 5 solo shots? I'm curious, has anyone who's hit 4 home runs lost the game? I don't even know if I could look that up. Probably not.
I'm sure.
Should I look that up? Has anyone
While Zev looks
who
that up,
hit-
I'm going to give my answer, which is I'm super torn. Both are really cool accomplishments. I think that I would maybe lean the strikeouts just because I'm kind of more of I like pitching. I've always, when I played baseball, I enjoyed pitching kind of more than I was excited to step up to the plate and hit. So going out there and just shoving 21 Ks, I would enjoy that, honestly, mixing up fastball, curveball, slider, whatever's working for me. I think I'd get slightly more joy out of that. And both are going to be great accomplishments that are in history, and you get all the recognition for it.
Right.
So I think I'd lean that.
I do have an answer. There were 3 losses from guys who hit 4 home runs. The first one happened in 1896 by Ed Delahanty for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Hit 4 home runs, including 2 inside the Parkers. Lost to the
Doesn't count.
Chicago Colts.
I was actually
Polo
at that.
grounds
Second
off.
time, Chicago Colts. Don't even know what that team is. Second time was Bob Horner in 1986. They lost. He was on the Braves. They lost 11-8 to the Expos in 11 innings. And then just last year, actually, Eugenio Suarez lost 8-7 in extras against against the Braves. There it is. So 3 times they've lost. That
So
would
it
suck.
happens.
You hit 4 home runs and you lose. And no pitcher who threw 20 has lost. So
Yeah.
I guess maybe the
I-
success rate is
you
over
both
there.
are torn on your answers. I think for me personally, I was torn when writing this. That's why I thought it was a good one, because I think they're both huge accomplishments, and I feel like with 5 home runs, you're going to have the fan... I mean, every single one, people are going to go crazy for, and it's just going to get crazier. With strikeouts, it's like, maybe at 15, then people start getting into it. I feel like it takes a while to get there. Your first few,
Yeah.
you'll get cheers, and it's not the same as hitting just 1 home run. So in terms of the fan engagement, I do think the 5 home runs are better. But for personal, I think I'm taking 21 strikeouts. Obviously, both have never been done, but 21 strikeouts, I don't know, you just feel like you were, things were working well. I grew up as a pitcher, too. I think that would be the most fun for me.
You do have oh my gosh, I dropped my cap, guys. You do have a lot of aura.
Walking off the mound after that 21st.
Sorry.
Now, this is just another stipulation, more so for Zev. Would 27 strikeouts change your answer for you? Not a perfect game, not a no-hitter, but you had
27?
27. You had 27.
Holy.
But again,
Yeah,
not a
if I
perfect
got-
game, not a no-hitter.
27 Ks. 27
That
of
would
the
be
28
insane.
outs.
Okay, I just didn't know if that was automatic for you.
No, that would be lit. Now imagine
Alright.
you have 27, but you can't get 28 because the final one is just a walk-off home run. You lose 1-0.
Oh. Did you guys know about, this is kind of random, but Rich Hill, 5-6 years ago when he was on the Dodgers, threw a no-hitter through 9 against the Pirates, and then it was tied, so they had to go into extras. Rich Hill pitched the 10th, and they walked it off and won.
Wow.
Really random
I don't
fact,
remember
but
that.
I remember watching that and just being so hurt. You're just, it's
Yeah,
top
that's
of the
pretty
10th,
brute.
you're like, please score, and then you're like, oh my gosh, she's going back out there, and we lost the game. A complete,
the
more than a
same-
complete game loss.
It's a Logan Forsythe era at third that lost the perfect game, similar to Kershaw's with Hanley.
Oh, yep.
My question,
But yeah, sorry.
I don't think is quite as good as yours. I like both of yours a lot, but I think it's a debate. It's interesting. Would you rather your team have a closer who is guaranteed to never blow a game, or a hitter who is guaranteed to get on base at least twice a game?
Is the closer, is he only coming in the 9th? Can't
Yes.
do a two inning save?
Half the times he can go 2 innings, but he's still a pitcher and his arm can fall off, so you can't just use him 162.
See,
It's like
my
save
mind
situation.
instantly goes how to manipulate this in a bad
I
way,
know, it's-
which just thinking I would leave that player who gets on twice on my bench and just know that I have an automatic guy who's going to get on base. Like, I can just imagine that in a postseason series. Yes, you can make the argument, like, he gets on every 2 times, like, that's huge, but keeping him on my bench, and then I can, any situation where I need to score a run, I throw him into the game, and then I know he'll get on base again if I keep him in there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Aaron said twice a game. He didn't say every,
Right.
like 2 every whatever.
Right.
It could
He
be
said
at
twice
any
a
point.
game.
So you can
Yeah, I
Got him
strategize
in
it.
the
That's a
7th,
really
and I
good
know
point,
his first
Kobe.
2, he's getting on. Like, I think I'm taking that one.
That's a really good point. And you know that, like, if you bring him in the 7th and he doesn't get on, then it's extra innings. Because he has to get on
Oh,
twice
wow.
in the game. So you just know
Wow.
it's going extras, and you can
really
really start to
manipulate
plan.
this. Yeah. Wow.
That's good
nuts.
stuff.
You
Yep,
could be
yep.
down 15-0. You pinch hit him in the 8th. You're gonna get 15 runs because he's got to come up twice and get on base twice.
Yeah.
True. True.
This is why I didn't like my
He has
question as
to.
much as yours. I knew this
He
was gonna
has to.
happen.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That
Is
would
that what
be
you would pick too, Aaron, or
unstoppable.
what?
Yeah, you've convinced me. I didn't really know before, but now I'm pretty confident. Yeah, that's probably the right answer.
Yeah.
Off like a similar thing of that, I saw one that was like, would you want to have someone on your team who give like their pitcher? What was it? Oh, yeah, that's what it was. They are guaranteed to give up 1 run in every single inning they pitch, no more, no less. Would you want them on your squad? And all of the comments were like, yeah, because if you get up 6-0 at any point, or whatever, like if you're up by more runs than there are innings, you could just bring him in, and you're
Is it
guaranteed to win that game.
only 1 run?
Only 1 run. So like
he
if
can't
you're
give
up,
up more.
right. So if you're up 4 in the 7th, you bring him in the 7th, and you're guaranteed to win the game. So kind of OP.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's the question though? Would you want him on your team?
Yeah, like you're.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd
he's
take him on
guaranteed to
his
give up a run every single inning he pitches. He's guaranteed to give up a run.
Yeah.
So like if it's a close game, like maybe you don't want him.
So an ERA
But
of
if it's the
9.
9th and you're up 2, you won the
Yeah,
game.
an ERA of 9. Yeah, right.
You definitely want him on your team, and then you just strategize from
You
there.
just strategize it. Yeah, for sure. Nice. Yeah, yours definitely was the worst question. Sorry.
All right, we're going to talk about some of the moments, different things that have been going on this week. To start things off, go into the White Sox. They came back down from 4-0 from back-to-back bombs in the middle of their order, and then Jake Rogers hit a 2-run bomb to walk it off. The White Sox have been rolling. That bomb for Rogers came off of Jeffrey Yon, who we've mentioned already. He's the Mets pitcher that does the crazy celebration. I don't know.
Splits.
Can we see you do it? Can you can you do
No.
the
It's
example
like the
for
splits.
us? Come on, go do it. Go.
Well-
You have so much space. Let's see it.
No, because I hate
Come
it.
on.
You don't peer pressure.
I hate everything
Come on,
about
peer
it.
pressure.
I think it is so
Peer
stupid.
pressure.
Twice now, he has done it after a ball. He did it in City Field where it was a ball. He did the whole jump celebration, realized it was a ball, challenged, which probably shouldn't have even been allowed because he already went through the whole celebration and it wasn't an instant challenge, but the ump said, screw it, whatever. And it was still a ball. Looked like an absolute fool. Then, in this game with Rogers, it was, I think, the batter before. He did the whole celebration. He thought he got a strikeout. Again, it was a ball. And then the next batter, Jake Rogers, hits a walk-off bomb off of him. I'm sick of it, and I want to see every time something like this happens where he gets blown up, I want the other team to do the most ridiculous celebrations in his face every single time. And there's nothing the Mets can do about it. What, you're gonna throw at them? You're gonna throw at them when your pitcher does it every time he's out there? No, it's free game. Free game. And people should be clowning this guy who just made it to the league as a 30-year-old or whatever and acting like this. I don't like it.
I clearly don't mind it as much as you. You're adamantly against it. Yeah, it's kind of a fool. But he's celebrating. He's having fun.
He's done it twice
Although,
on balls.
I'll say
he's been up for 2 weeks. That ruined it.
Yeah,
it would be
it's pretty
okay if
foolish.
he's. Yeah.
It's pretty foolish. I'll say I'll hate it more. I'll get on your side if you show us how it's done. I really want to see you do it, man. Kobe,
not
you're
doing
on the
it.
same page as me?
I have thoughts on this that I want to share. You guys should watch some Dominican Republic games.
Yeah, it's awesome.
those are I've seen players hit walk-off home runs and climb up the fence. I get what you're saying, though. I know that these were situations that weren't, like, nearly as serious, and he was wrong in
Yeah.
that sense.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
thinking you hit a walk-off home run doing that. But, regardless of that, like, those celebrations and those antics are built within that culture of baseball. So, I don't know. I think for him, just waiting a few seconds would be helpful, but I don't hate the celebration.
Yeah, waiting is probably a good idea.
If he
Just give it a
closed
sec.
out a game and it's the end of the game and it's your save celebration, sure, whatever. You accomplished that. Great job. But you can't just do that in the middle of an inning, at the 7th inning, when you're down 3 runs. You get 1 strikeout and the next guy hits a bomb off of you. It's foolish. Foolish. You're also on the Mets, so it just brings you down.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say that. You're also on the Mets. Aaron, if this YouTube video gets 30 likes, you do the celebration in the next podcast.
He won't get back up if he makes it all the way down.
He'll just be down on the ground. That's it.
100
Right.
likes.
50, meet in the middle.
Wouldn't that
Deal.
be
Yep.
65?
So the next big story of the week revolves around Ketel Marte. What a bizarre situation we got going on here. We kind of touched on it last week. Some more info has come out this week. I guess he's been dealing with an injury, which honestly, I find hard to believe. This feels like a phantom IL. He was placed on the restricted list after failing to show up to Fenway. Then it came out that he flew back to Arizona during the series and like didn't tell anyone. And Tori Lavulo, the manager, Lavello was really upset about that. Thanks for the correction. His quote, "I was hurting. I was clearly hurting. Once I saw what was unfolding, I became extremely frustrated and felt betrayed. And that's a whole different type of pain and frustration. But I'm through that. I'm getting through that." And then Kevin Ginkel said, "For us to go where we want to go, we've got to have him here. It's disappointing how the things that happened. There's really no explanation for it." And then during one of the games, he was seen at the casino, gambling at blackjack. And it's like, you know, when you're put on the IL, you're free to do what you want. Your rehab is usually in the morning, and the games are usually at night, so you don't got to be at the stadium. But I said this last week, he is the face of this franchise, and for them to be in a playoff race and for him not to be supporting them is just such a bad look. And these are the types, again, I said this last week, these are the types of clubhouse cancers that can just ruin a team, not just this year, but for years to come. And we just saw that with Rafael Devers last year. Obviously an extremely talented player. Made the most paid player in Red Sox history, becomes a bit of a clubhouse cancer, gets shipped off, and now they're better without him. This Ketel Marte situation is eerily similar, in my opinion.
I agree. He's got to go. That's it. These things don't work out. Same way the Eagles had to get rid of A.J. Brown. For whatever reasons it is, and maybe the player isn't totally in the wrong, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes necessarily, but when you have stories like this leaking over and over again, it brings the whole morale down, and you can't go out and compete at your highest level when these things are on the back of your mind. It doesn't work. I agree, it's very similar to the Devers situation. He might be your best player, but there's no way to overcome this other stuff going on. Got to go. Ship him out. Move on.
Yep. No, I totally agree. I'm sure there's a lot more information that we don't know, and maybe there is something that would change the story and flip it on its head. But from what we have so far, clubhouse cancers never really work out, and like you said, it brings everyone else down.
And we know that he's dealt with some personal stuff the past couple seasons. He's been very, open about it. It's been big stories. The players and the fans and the team has had his support. But this feels a little different. This feels like something else happened, and for him not to tell the team anything. I guess they had a meeting with him a couple days ago where they aired some things out. But for them to not know what's going on with your star player, it just doesn't bode well.
Yeah. Very weird stuff. In other news, though, this one's a little bit more lighthearted. We have PCA and Randy Arozarena. Why are those names together, you might ask? They both homered on the first pitch and the last pitch of their respective games. The first time that's happened since, what was the date? Was it 1959, you said, Zev?
I think it was 51.
51? So it hasn't
Right.
happened in a while. One of those things where maybe if you had MLB Big Inning on, you would have really noticed there wasn't much banter about it that I saw. I didn't see a lot of notifications about it, but it is quite interesting. You don't see that happen often.
It's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it was literally a leadoff home run for PCA and Randy, and then finished it with the walk-off.
Yeah.
Cap end on both sides. I'm not finding when it was, but I do think,
It was in the 50s. It's been a while, to say the least.
yeah, I think it was the 50s.
It's
I
pretty
believe
hard
in
to
this
emulate.
PCA game. I hope this is the right game because he's had several leadoff bombs recently, so it's definitely in this series. The White Sox rolled out Brian Hudson, their star lefty bullpen pitcher who's been good all season. They used him as an opener just to go against PCA. It was, we got to stop PCA from doing this. You bring in your best
Yeah.
lefty, and he just hits a leadoff bomb anyways. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. He is just on a tear.
Yep.
It's awesome.
He's the MVP. He's going to win National League MVP. Been saying that for a couple of months now. Now people are starting to pile on that with me.
I feel we talked about this on the podcast. I don't think you picked PCA.
Well, that was like before. That was like a while ago. I think I said Schwarber, right? Did I say Schwarber like 2 weeks into the
Yeah.
season or whatever? But then
That-
like 2 months or a month and a half ago, I was like, PCA, if he gets, to 40 homers, that's my MVP. And here he is.
Yep, I'll give you credit for that one. That is what you said. Yep. And then another thing to talk about this week, Braves and Brewers playing in that Little League Classic series right now. Brewers take the series. They won the first two. The Braves are up 2-1 at this very moment in the sixth, so it could turn into a 2-1 series, not necessarily a sweep. But these two teams are fighting for those buys. I talked about it last week, how important that is. The Dodgers are now in between them. The Braves have fallen out of it. What do you think about these two? Are the Brewers better than the Braves? How much does this really tell us about these two teams who could easily face off in the playoffs this year?
I guess I think there's two parts to this. First of all, I don't really care too much about the regular season. I mean, there's all sorts of things that go into it: health, player, how they're feeling on that particular day, the pitching matchup, how their rotations have lined up. I don't really care about the regular season, but I do think that the Brewers are just better than the Braves. I think the rotation is better. I think their lineup is a little better, even though the Braves have more thump. I think the Brewers played better as a team. I think their defense is better. And I don't know much about the Braves manager, but I think Pat Murphy's a really smart guy in Milwaukee. And I think every facet of their squad is just a little bit better than the Braves.
Yep, totally agree. I think that the Braves have more pop in their lineup. I think they have like 37 more home runs as a team or something along those lines. But the Brewers have like 30 extra runs or something like that compared to them. It just shows that they find other ways to score. They don't rely on the home run ball. They play good small ball. But at the same time, I won't let this series decipher anything. I do think that they're closer. I don't think it's just a dead giveaway. Regular season means nothing to me. Teams like the Brewers and the Rays are built for the regular season. They know how to manage their teams really well. But postseason's a different ballgame. So when it comes to a playoff series, I do think that I could see it going either way.
I would say that I'm going to bring up something I brought up a couple weeks ago, which is this whole stat that the Brewers' offense is overrated. It turns out this was a foolish Bailey, baseball, very popular guy on YouTube. He kind of exposed the Brewers' offense, and it basically came down to the fact that against the top 28 pitchers in WOBA, they're not very good, and then the bottom 28 pitchers in WOBA, they beat up on them. They have the biggest differential in runs scored between great pitching versus bad pitching, and this is all kind of arbitrary because how do you rank necessarily the top 28 versus the bottom 28? But in general, it kind of just came to the conclusion that the Brewers beat up on these bad pitchers, and they don't hit the good pitching very well. They didn't hit Chris Sale very well. They threw out the Miz, and they won 2-1. And then the next game, they did actually attack Martin Perez pretty well, who I would say is in the bottom half of pitchers. So I think the series kind of went exactly how you'd expect. The Braves aren't a strong pitching team. So if these two teams were to match up, the Brewers probably would take them out in the playoffs. But that doesn't mean the Brewers are just my pick to go far, because there are other teams in the NL with better pitching than the Braves. And if the Brewers have to go against one of these teams, that might be their kryptonite.
I have a question for you about that stat. I'm curious, like, how that compares to the other, really good offenses in baseball. Because every good offense beats up on bad pitching, and good pitching usually beats most offenses.
Yeah, so he pointed out that the Cubs were top 5 among all teams against the good pitching, and top 5 among all teams in runs scored against the bad pitching as well. So for the Cubs, obviously they're scoring less runs against the good pitching. Like every team's offense goes down against these good pitchers, but the Cubs still find themselves in the top 5 against good pitching and top 5 against the bad. They equally distribute their runs, whereas the Brewers had the biggest difference between facing these good pitching and the bad pitching. The Cubs were the main team he used to kind of compare.
Are the Brewers, like, bad against good pitching, or are they still, like, middle of the pack, but just really good against the bad pitching?
They were in the 20s, I believe, against the the good pitching, and number 1 against bad pitching. So it was a clear difference, and no other team came close in that differential. He had other stats he was throwing in too. That was basically just the main argument. I found it interesting. I mean, who knows what will happen, but
yeah,
it's just interesting.
I got one more thing to say about this series. It's not even about the two teams. I just love the Little League Classic. I don't really care too much actually for the Little League World Series, but seeing all the content from today of like these players hanging out with the kids, they were in this tournament, and Mizorowski was playing ping pong with one of them and lost to him, and like that's so cool. That's what baseball's all about. And I think it's really important for the future of baseball that these kids, see what it can be like. And, not everyone's going to be at the Little League World Series, but for the guys who are there, being able to experience it firsthand, I think that's so cool. So shout out MLB for making this happen.
Totally. With that brings our next topic, which I think segues perfect to what mine is, because we are going to be releasing some of our hot takes. So kind of transitioning to what we were talking about, the NL playoff race. I did a little bit of digging, and this is what I came up with. I am not saying that this is the best team when you look at it on paper, but what I explained earlier in the year about the clutch factor and something that played a huge role in teams being dominating. We've been talking about the NL playoff race for a while. I think that hold on, let me find a good way to phrase this. I think that the scariest team to play in the NL, and I hate to say this, not named the Dodgers, is the San Diego Padres. They have been playing immaculate baseball. Since the All-Star break, they are 21-7. I believe, if not, a 750 winning percentage. Fernando Tatis is heating up, getting back to the form that he was in. He has had 15 home runs, a 2.9 F4 in 72 games. He's just been going nuts. He had that huge game where he hit 2 homers and robbed Francisco Lindor, but that's beside the fact. Machado's hitting his stride. Merrill's found his stride. Now, I know part of the issue is 2 things that I'll kind of address. One is, beside those 3 players, it does kind of get a bit iffy. Xander Bogaerts, though, can't sleep on him. Him and Jake Cronenworth, I don't know. They're 2 guys that, are sneaky in a playoff race. Luis Rengifo has found his stride. In the last month, he's hitting around 300. Kind of a guy that you want, just someone who can get on base. You have your power threats that you want.
Yeah.
And then come to the rotation, they made some huge deadline acquisitions, getting Robbie Ray and Casey Mize, who have both pitched fantastic since being traded. And their bullpen might be one of the best in a postseason playoff series. So with that, I do think that they are one of the scariest teams coming out of the NL, and underrated because they had a very slow start. And I hate to say it because I am not a fan of the Padres whatsoever, but they're a scary team.
I kind of agree with you. Actually, I don't know. I think it's definitely a hot take, but I don't know what the definition of a hot take is if I just agree with you. I think they're great. I do want to correct one thing. I think you may have seen that record that you said. That's since the trade deadline, not since the
Trade
All-Star
deadline.
break.
Gotcha. I knew.
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah.
When I
'Cause, yeah,
said it,
they-
I was like, I knew it wasn't 100%. I was like, I feel like there'd been more games.
But with that, I mean, they had a really bad stretch right after the All-Star game. But even with that, they still have the second best record in baseball since the break, 23-12 since the All-Star game. So been really good, even with that like rough couple games there right after. Mize also got hurt today. Don't know how serious that is. He left the game.
They
in,
said
like,
it was
the
day to
third.
day. X-rays came back negative.
Okay, good,
Yeah,
good,
he
good.
should be able to
Yeah,
make the
they're
next start.
they're a really good team. I totally agree.
They're
with
scared.
you.
And I actually think like Walker Buehler's been good, and he's a guy in the postseason I'm okay throwing out there. He has dominated in the postseason.
He has that
in his
experience
time
for
he's
sure.
played. So, I know it's still like those four. I mean, those are four solid guys, and you don't need them to go that deep into the game. It's so nice, and even you mentioned it, Zev. Is that's your most important thing? Is how good that bullpen is, and
Bullpen,
they have
totally.
one of the best. So.
Totally.
I don't know if I totally am on board. I mean, it's a hot take for sure. I think I'm taking some of these other favorites just in general in the National League over the Padres. Talking about the Dodgers, Braves, Brewers, probably the Phillies. But I hear you. I mean, they got their start. The way Tatis is playing and the way that bullpen is,
Incredible.
you never know.
Yeah.
Zev, you want to roll out yours?
Sure. Yeah, I got a good one here. Mine surrounds an AL Central player, and that would be Bobby Witt, who I think is the best player in baseball. He's arguably the best defensive player at the most important position, shortstop. His offensive numbers are absolutely off the charts. He steals a ton of bags. I know he doesn't pitch, but Shohei doesn't play defense. So they both kind of you can take away from both of them in that respective argument. And I kind of think like the biggest thing holding Witt back is that he plays on a team that's not very good in the absolute smallest market in baseball. If he was on a better team in a bigger market, and the league was able to advertise him, market him a little better, people would be talking about him as like the best player in baseball. I know people still have him in their top 10, but or top 5 even. But everyone says Shohei's number one. I think Bobby Witt has a really strong case for that number one spot.
I would say if you're excluding Shohei, absolutely, that's totally
I'm not.
fine take. No, I know you're not, and that's what makes it pretty
That's what makes it
questionable.
hot.
If Shohei's fully healthy, he's doing two things at an elite level at once. And I don't
So
even
is
mean
Bobby.
to just glaze Shohei. Defense.
Bobby is too. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he is.
the most important position on the field, and he's arguably the best defensive player at that position.
Okay, I want you
Shohei's
to
not playing
apologize to
defense.
Bobby, though, because you have called him underwhelming and subpar and didn't want him starting the All-Star game. This has come
Well,
up
that
multiple times.
that was true. That was true. But that was more of like a shout out to the other guys for how Colson was playing on a far better team.
Okay.
And I think Bobby
enough.
would say himself he's had an underwhelming season. Only 16 home runs, but he does have like 40 stolen bases.
16 homers for the best player in baseball?
Well, he missed some time. Give him a break.
He's great.
Best ability
He's
is
clearly
availability.
top 5.
Just had to put that out there. I disagree with you. Yeah, I'm a Shohei fan. Easy to say that, but I just would make the argument that pitching is so much more important than defense. Like I just not so much more important, but I value it way more. So if a guy can go out there and pitch dominantly, I just care about that a little bit more than if I have the best shortstop in baseball. Like I would be fine having C.J. Abrams playing shortstop for me if I have Shohei on the mound pitching. But if I have a bum
I'm fine
pitcher,
with that too.
If I have a bum pitcher, like I wouldn't. It doesn't really matter how good my shortstop is.
Can I counter argument that?
Go ahead.
Shohei, he's pitching once every, I guess with the Dodgers 6-man rotation, once every 7 games, 6 games at max. Bobby Witt's playing defense every single day. Every day. He's out there. Shohei's out on the field for, when he's not pitching, 6% of the game? Bobby Witt's out there
but
for...
he's still hitting.
And so is Bobby.
16 homers.
35, 40 stolen bases.
Yeah, I would
when he
say
goes 50-50.
if you take out Shohei, I have no problem with you calling Witt better than Judge or who else we got. Miz probably would be in the conversation, but I just can't take. Shohei's the GOAT, so that's what it is.
Shohei's the GOAT.
All right, let's move on to mine. You said AL Central player. I thought you were going to say team, and that made me a little worried that we were going to go in the same direction.
Oh,
but
that
we're
would have been
not.
crazy.
Yeah. Talked about him last week. I'm talking about the Chicago White Sox once again. I think that they are going to run the American League in a similar fashion to the Houston Astros have over the last decade. Their lineup is elite, and their players, for the most part, haven't even hit their peak. That lineup is performing at a top-tier level, and these guys are only going to get better over the years. Offense is set to run a dynasty, honestly. Pitching is not, certainly, but I really like Sean Burke. I think he is a legit top-tier pitcher, and he's going to be a part of that team for years to come. And I love Grant Taylor out of the pen. You've got two guys to anchor your pitching. If you fill in some of these gaps in the rotation and add a couple more bullpen pieces, the bullpen has picked it up as of late. They added Bond at the deadline, and Hudson's been good. Newcomb's been good. These guys aren't really part of a dynasty per se, but they could be here to start it. Just got to fill in a couple more pitchers, and I think this fan base is really ready to buy in. You're a little bit overshadowed by the Cubs, but you're still Chicago. You got a long time of history of baseball with the White Sox, the South Side, and they're ready to go. And I think that the AL Central being filled with small market teams can kind of help the White Sox just stay at the top. You don't have huge other dynasties competing with you in that AL Central. Most of those come from the AL East, and they might be attacking each other in the American League for years to come. The White Sox can just beat up on these American League Central teams and see themselves running the American League for 8 years.
I like the take. I think there's a reason we haven't had like any AL or NL Central teams like be dynasties ever. It's just hard. It's difficult to compete with these bigger markets, and especially with the way that baseball is situated right now, salary cap could change this. So if the salary cap is implemented, it definitely helps these smaller market teams out. But without that, it's just hard for these middle market teams, small market teams, to make stuff happen in the league. So I don't know. Money is definitely their biggest thing holding them back.
But they're in a position now where you just need to pay a couple of pitchers, and you can roll out these hitters on their rookie contracts, and the offense is going to do what you need it to. You just got to bring in a couple of pitchers.
Yeah, we'll see if it happens. It'd be fun. I'm rooting for it.
Yeah, I want to see him be aggressive. I think with the rotation that they have right now, I don't know. I don't know if I trust our front office to curate what they have.
Kind of agree with that,
I
too.
think they're so blown away by it. Like we talked about last week, we didn't really like their Luis Castillo move. It felt kind of forced, and where did it really get them? Obviously, that's just one example, but I've never seen them even be effective buyers at a deadline. So I think there's still just so much to take away from, like, just I got to see more. It just feels like with a lot of these guys, too, it's like surprise years, guys who have played in the league for a little bit and haven't been that good. I don't know whether it means they're finding their stride or just had a good year, because we've seen it time and time again. Baseball, anything can happen, and even in a 162-game stretch, like, guys can go crazy. I mean, Cal Raleigh's a perfect example of a guy who, was on top of the earth and then fell all the way down. Like, it happens. So I think I would just need to see more, but I like the take. I don't hate it. I would love to see a team in that Central take advantage of how weak that division really looks sometimes. I mean, obviously they have their guys here and there, but, like, I don't know. I would love to see a team really stick out in that division.
Yeah, the Guardians kind of have for the past decade. I guess the White Sox had their stretch.
Yeah.
But they haven't really done much in the playoffs. It's just hard, man. It's just hard. Wouldn't want to be an AL Central player. That's for sure. So maybe I will be an AL Central player. With this next segment, we're calling Who Am I?
Nice.
I got 5 players for you guys. I'm going to go one clue at a time. Each player is going to have 5 clues. At any point, you can ring in and just say the player. You don't even have to ring in. Just blurt out the player. If you guess it on the first clue, you get 5 points. Second clue, 4 points, etc., etc. The caveat is that if you guess a player and you're wrong, you are blocked out until the other person guesses. So, Kobe, if you guess a player on the first clue and you're wrong, Aaron could wait until the 5th clue, and he'll get all the clues, and then he has a chance to guess without you even having a chance, but he'll only get 1 point. If Aaron gets it wrong, you're back in.
I just want to put this out there. I'm normally a trivia host, so my trivia skills are terrible. I tend to get in my head a lot, and, like, I know the answer, but I don't know the answer. Like, I can never get to it. So, with that, I may be answering a lot earlier. I don't care if I put out my strategy there. I think my best chance is trying to get it early because I think Aaron's going to beat me to the punch if I wait too long.
Well, maybe just release your inhibition, Kobe. I don't know what that means, to be honest.
Yeah,
I have no
you
clue
just have
what
to
that
feel the
means.
rain.
Yeah, thanks. Alrighty, first player. These are all active, by the way, so you know.
Good.
First player, who am I? I was born and went to college in the great state of California. I'm going to go kind of quick. I'm going to give you like 5 seconds to think about it. If you don't have
Next.
something, I'm moving on. I have been an all-star every season since 2021. My 622 RBIs are the 4th most since the 2020s began. I'll give you a little more time after that one.
Since the
Anything?
2020s began?
Yeah, so 2020 to now.
Huh.
You got it?
I don't know any college. If I can name like 5 player colleges, so
Yeah.
no.
You have a bit of a disadvantage, huh? Alrighty, 4th clue. I hit 52 home runs in my rookie season.
What? 52 bombs?
52 bombs my rookie year.
I mean, that could still technically be before 2020, right? Nothing has been said about when.
It
Oh.
could be before 2020.
All right, I'll roll it out. Pete Alonso.
Incorrect.
I was thinking about him too, but I just don't think he's made the
So-
All-Star game since 2021. I think he's been a
Yeah,
home run
every
derby
year.
guy, but usually just the home run derby. But I thought about
Yeah.
So
it.
Kobe,
All right.
do you want to guess
Time
or do you want to hear this last clue?
Why would I not want to hear the last clue?
Well, because
Right?
you could get
He
two,
can't-
you could
he
get 2
can't guess.
points. If you get it on this one, you could you
gotcha,
get 2
gotcha,
points.
That was
If
not
you get on
said.
the- if you, yeah, it was.
Oh.
That's good to know.
Not
But
listening to the rules.
52 home
remember saying
runs.
that.
Holy moly.
It's a lot of bombs.
Yeah.
You got a shot clock going.
Judge.
You don't have to guess. Aaron Judge, correct.
Where
Two
did
He
that
was a
nothing
fall?
California guy.
California went to Fresno State.
Yeah, the link to the Giants, arson.
Arson Judge, yes sir. There you go. He he
Damn.
went to school with Derek Carr.
Yep, makes sense.
My
Devontae
final
Adams.
clue was I've won both an AL MVP and a home run derby. Maybe that would have helped you out. Alrighty, the next guy. Who am I? I've played on 6 different teams throughout my career.
Oh, you're obviously.
It's
Next.
gonna get a shot clock each time. Kobe,
You
No.
can go to the next one.
I won Silver Slugger 4 straight years from 2012 to 2015.
Okay.
So a bit of an older player here. He's obviously still active.
6 different teams. Next.
My 221 home runs was 9th among outfielders in the 2010s.
Oh no.
Ready? Any
I think
guesses?
Wait. So this is for 3 points?
For 3 points.
Let's go with Andrew McCutcheon. I've almost
Andrew
thought he wasn't
McCutcheon
active.
is correct.
Wow.
Yep, there you go.
Let's go.
3-2,
Dude,
Aaron.
I thought about McCutcheon, and I just couldn't pull the trigger because I didn't think he'd been on 6 teams.
He's
Yeah.
really bounced around these past
crazy.
couple years.
He's racked
Four
up
of
the-
those teams were all for one season. It really
Giants.
bounced around. My other
Crossed
two
my
clues. Giants was for a couple years, I want to say. He had that big walk-off against the Dodgers, if you guys remember that. My other two clues, I finished top 5 in MVP 4 times and won it in 2013. That probably would have got it for you. And somehow, if that didn't get it, my final one was I am known for my time in Pittsburgh. So I really hope you would have gotten it by then.
Well,
Alrighty.
didn't need to.
Who am I? I am currently on a long-term contract. If either you want to throw something out from that.
Next.
My 199 steals are the most in baseball since 2020. You got a guess?
No.
Kobe?
No.
I have only played on one team in my career.
Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll is not correct. Although I
made me
do like
nervous.
the guess.
Yeah, that made
I
me
do like the
nervous.
guess. Aaron, do you want to
Wait,
guess
so-
here?
If I get it
So now
wrong,
you could wait it out. Then I
Or
can guess
is
again.
If you get it
just
wrong, then Kobe,
Can I-
no, then you guys are both back in it.
we're even. Okay.
Yeah, you're even.
I kind of want to have some
Long-term
fun.
contract, one team, like that was.
Yeah,
I really
I'm
like
going to go in a similar route. Because then we're still on even playing field. Let's roll it out for the extra point. Julio Rodriguez? No.
Incorrect. Not right. So you guys can both guess here. Both open.
Okay.
I finished top 3 in MVP voting 4 times, but have not won the award. It's pretty
I
impressive.
feel like this
Top
could
3
still
4
be a few different
times.
people. Oh, actually? No. Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez is correct.
That was good.
Let's go.
And 199 steals, the most in baseball in the 2020s. I couldn't believe
He's
that.
not the
Swipes
guy I
them.
picture. I know he does,
It's
but
pretty
it's like,
swipes them.
crazy.
I'm thinking
Like
of speedster
multiple 40
outfielders.
steals. Yeah, like Bobby Witt came to my mind as the most. Yeah, Corbin, Julio, pretty crazy. So Aaron's up 5-2, headed into the 4th guy here. Who am I? I went to the same high school as 3 other current MLB players.
I know the high school. I know this is between 4 people. I am on this. He went to my
Yeah, maybe Aaron
hometown.
has an advantage here.
Oh, said too much.
Ooh,
Go ahead.
Kobe. I made my MLB debut in 2017. Aaron could put it out at reach here.
He could.
Wait, who's the 4th person? It's 3.
Alrighty, I gotta give the next clue.
I'll just wait for one more.
Unless Kobe, you have a guess. No. My 799 strikeouts are the 35th most since 2020.
I'm shooting
It's
up
still
a
bet-
prayer.
Let's hear
I
it.
don't know. Yeah, I went to the same high school. There's one name that just keeps bouncing around my head. But I don't know
Who
if it's
is
worth
it?
it. I don't know if it's worth it.
It kind of is worth it. I mean, you're down by 3 right now.
Can I check
So
and see if this player's still active? Like, I just don't know if he's active.
No.
I think he is. No, he has to be. I don't know. Whatever, I won't guess it.
If Aaron gets it on this one, the game's over. If Aaron gets it on the next one, there's one more round, and then you'd have to get it on the first clue. Kobe.
I'm not
mean-
going.
And
Okay. If you're not gonna
I'll
guess, we'll give
throw
the next
out.
clue.
I'll throw out a player.
Let's hear it.
Rowdy Tellez.
Rowdy Tellez. Not correct.
I didn't think so.
Were these hitter
Unfortunately.
strikeouts or pitcher strikeouts?
I guess I don't know.
I
Am
interpret
I allowed
it
to
as
answer that? That's a lot of strikeouts.
I thought you were talking about hitter strikeouts. I don't know.
Yeah, I have been traded twice in my career, including to an MLB champion.
Jack Flaherty.
Jack Flaherty is correct. Aaron
Did
gets
he
the
have the-
2.
Did I have the wrong school, or did Rowdy Tellez, was he also part of that?
I have no idea.
I don't
where
know,
Rowdy Tellez went
but
to
it's
high school.
Flaherty, Giolito, and Freed all went to Harvard Westlake, and then PCA goes there a little while after.
That's so funny, bro. I had the wrong one.
That was super biased towards me. I
didn't really like. I
in
didn't
my
really think about
hometown.
that when I did it. I got these players by clicking on random player generator. And this was the 5.
Well,
I knew
when
it was going to
you-
be
when-
Flaherty or Freed or Giolito, but I needed one more. That trade to a champion
Yeah.
locked it in.
I got it. My
Bro.
final clue was I returned back to Detroit the following season.
When you said that, I'm glad I'm not completely wrong in this. Elk Grove High School, near me. So I was like, maybe he's wrong. Like, maybe it's near me. Dylan Carlson, J.D. Davis, Nick Madrigal, Rowdy Tellez. 4 MLB players
Wow.
that all went to
Look
Elk
at
Grove High
that.
School. So my
Look at
mind
that.
instantly went there. I'm glad I said Rowdy Tellez because he felt like that was my mind. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly was probably the only player I was thinking of at the time. But I was like, strikeouts, maybe he's been in the league in a while.
He does
2017,
kinda
that
fit
feels
that.
fair. Like, it's not crazy. I don't know how many career strikeouts he has. That's actually interesting. But it's just funny that, like, we both have, like, home-ish town high schools that produced
Yeah.
some players.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Zevs too.
That
Alrighty,
sucks,
so
though.
yeah, I got some as well. Got a good amount. Ricky
604
Henderson,
career
Oakland Tech.
strikeouts. I'm not mad about that.
That's
And
pretty
again,
good.
I was thinking as a hitter when you said that.
It could have been either.
So Kobe, you need to get this on the first clue. And honestly, it's not doable. Like you have
It's not
you
gonna
have a
happen.
chance.
I prefaced
So-
this before. My trivia
So
skills
here
are below average.
well, you got a chance here. Here's the first clue. Who am I? I made my debut in 2013 and won a Gold Glove that year. So really think about it, Kobe. Who could I be? Or Aaron, you could just beat him to it.
Yeah, you could just win it. 2013.
2013 and won a Gold Glove that season.
I don't got much personally.
There's one guy I'm thinking of, but I'm just nervous to throw him out there.
I mean, you got to throw somebody.
I know, but I got to keep thinking. I feel like he
So
debuted
who's it gonna
earlier
be?
than this. So it's hard to say whether I think it's him or not. I think it's an older.
That is how it works.
Uh, 13-year career. Whatever.
Oh, I guess it has to be
Nolan
someone.
Arenado.
Let's hear it. Oh, we got extras! Nolan Arenado.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's
Wow.
go. Come on.
Wow. Yeah, Nolan Arenado. The other clues I have here, I led the league in home
Dude.
runs in 3 different seasons. My 3,227 total bases since 2015 are 3rd most in baseball. I won 10 straight Gold Gloves, and I play the hot corner for an NL West team.
That first
that one clue got it for
was
Kobe.
significantly easier than any of the other players.
And that's just how it worked out. That's just how it worked out. That's what I had here.
We're on time crunch. Give us the extras.
All right, I don't have another one.
How did
what
you
should
not
do?
prep for
Okay.
this?
I don't know. It's tied. Okay, here we go. I have a player in mind. You each ask one question back and forth to narrow it down. Whoever spits out the player first. Rapid fire questions.
Is he in the National League?
Yes.
Is he a hitter?
Yes.
Is he an infielder?
Yes. Well, that's my answer.
What?
Does
Yes,
he play
well-
multiple positions?
I guess so,
I
yeah.
feel like that goes without saying. Is he in the NL West?
No.
Is he a catcher?
No.
Central.
No.
Phillies or Braves?
Yes or no questions. Oh, yes. One of those teams. I thought you were saying, like, for me to pick one.
Braves.
He's on one of those. No. And you know, you can guess off of your turn. Like, just spit it out if you have a guess.
Edmundo Sosa.
No.
Bryce Harper.
Yes. Congratulations, Aaron.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. That
Bryce
felt very
Harper.
deserved.
Is the winner. Shout out Sam Dayton. Shout out the pod. Shout out you two. Kobe, sorry about the loss. Aaron, congratulations. You
Hey,
get
man. It's hard to beat
nothing.
the great Aaron Nemiroff at trivia.
Well, with that, that'll do it for our pod. Episode 21 is in the books. Thanks so much for listening, so much for watching. You too, thanks for co-hosting this with me. Always a fun time. And until next time, we'll see ya.
Yeah. Check out socials.
See ya.